Hugh Leonard wrote a great play. Hugh Leonard is a very underestimated and understated Irish playwright. He wrote a play called Da. I read it when I was about 16 and it blew my mind. And there was one line in Da in which a civil servant, Mr. Drum, is talking to this kid. He's about 14 or 15. And he says, you know, this is how we throw our lives away. Because the kid had just accepted a job, a low-level job in the civil service. Hugh Leonard worked in the civil service and didn't get a promotion for something like 15 years or something like that. Hugh Leonard then went on to become a very successful and wealthy playwright. But the civil servant Drum has offered this civil service job. It's a very lowly paid and lowly ranking clerical job to this kid who's about 15. It might be a bit older, 16 or 17. The kid accepts the job and says that he's delighted, and Drum has the line, this is how we throw our lives away. And the young fella doesn't understand what Drum means. And Drum says to him, Drum was not a nice man, particularly very bitter pill, but a lot of what he came out with was very true. He says to him, you will amount to nothing until you learn to say no. No to jobs, no to girls, no to people, no to life. And by the time you realise the importance of saying no, half your life is gone. I'm paraphrasing slightly. I think that the reason why that play got buried by the Irish kind of mainstream, it was very successful in the 70s and 80s and made Hugh Leonard a lot of money, but it's fallen off the radar now, and I think that's almost deliberate. Because there was so much in it, I look back at it now, there was so much in it that nowadays would make so many normies very uncomfortable. But what Drum was talking about was breaking out of the normie mindset. You will amount to nothing until you learn to say no. I remember at the time I was 16 and there was an individual who I had to say no to. I had actually turned 17. And I had already read the play by Hugh Leonard. I'd already read Da, and I was thinking of this individual, and I had to say no to this person. And I had to say it, and it had to be the word no. My mum and dad couldn't do it for me. My mother was very much in two minds. My dad was very much of the opinion, say no, say no, say no. But nobody could hold my hand for it. So then the situation arose, and I said no, and it was like watching a vampire at dawn. And the relationship changed, and it changed for the better because of that. I'm realising now, here, 30 years later, that when I read Hugh Leonard's play, and then when I said no to that individual, that was I'd crossed a threshold at the age of 17. And I'm realising now that I was inoculated against cults. I'm realising that that was my moment in which I became immune to being groomed or brainwashed into cults. At the age of 17, I made a further decision, and I'm only reflecting upon it now, but it was a conscious decision I made at the age of 17, that I would not allow anyone to take liberties with me. Whatever about my mum and dad, although I'm now largely caring for them, but regarding myself at the age of 17, I said, that's it now. I'd finished secondary school. I said, and the days in which I allow anyone to push me around, order me, bully me, humiliate me are now over. And we've all, okay, you come across the vicissitudes of life between then and now, and you come across nasty people, and you come across this, that, and the other, and you have to deal with it there and then on the spot. But I'm satisfied that I didn't betray myself after that at the age of 17, between then and now. I haven't allowed anyone to take liberties with me. What I'm getting to, we're now already into 6 minutes of this, what we're getting to is that I saw yesterday that they're now saying that people should wear 2 masks. Not 1, but 2. In some instances, perhaps 3. And I said, no, give over. I said, that's a joke. That's a wind-up. It's not. So, when you learn to say no, it can be a real wrench. It's so much more comfortable, so much more easy to say yes. But when you keep saying yes, keep saying yes, keep saying yes, then you end up with nothing.